Welcome, Yvette. I see you are on. I want you to click, put one in the box. If you see the box at the bottom, click one. Let me know that you do hear me. Click the number one, and I know that you're here. Just put it in the box at the bottom of the screen. Well, good deal. I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm going to go ahead and move forward with the webinar, and I pray that the rest of you can get in here as quickly as possible because I've got a few things I want to share, and it's going to be a very brief webinar given the time of night that we're finally able to get you guys logged in. Great, great, great. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, would you, yeah, just put a one in the chat box right there at the bottom of the screen. If you're new to webinars, you have to learn to navigate it a little bit, but that's okay. Everything is fine. Just put it in the bottom of the screen there. Okay, that may help you if I enable that. If everyone can hear me, just find the chat box at the bottom of the screen there on the side and be at the very bottom and put the number one there so that I can know that you hear me. Okay. Navigating a couple of things here. Hello. A moment. Okay, well, that's all I needed to know to make sure that you guys can hear me. And we're just going to go ahead and move through this. I want to welcome you tonight to Fresh Start Webinars. The word itself implies just what it means. It's a fresh start to get you up and going again. There are people who've gone through divorce, have lost their jobs, lost their homes, a lot of different issues that have happened in life, and they just don't know how to go through transition and start over again. These webinars are designed to help people start new. A few years ago, I did a television show called Transition, women going through transition. We did maybe 6 or 7 of those shows out of Philadelphia. It's called the Dr. Faye Show. We did 6 or 7 of those shows, and by the time we were coming into the culmination of that broadcast, that telecast, one of the networks, major networks, picked up the program, and I think it was called Starting Over with Iyanla Vanzant. And so we thought, hey, that's our show, but that's okay. We weren't mad at nobody, but we knew that whenever God gives you a dream, a vision, an idea, creative powers, it's going to come again. It's not going to stop. Fresh Start Webinars is just about that. It's about going through transition. It's about starting over. It's about helping people get up and going again. And Yvette, if you can please help me, if there's anytime you cannot hear me, just let me know. I'm watching the box. And so Fresh Start Webinars will help you that it has a purpose, it has a meaning behind it, and we want to send that message out really loud and clear that this is about people starting over again. Some of you know me and some of you don't, just a little bit more about me. Normally this would be a webinar where I would be live, but right now it's easier for guys to go live than it is for ladies sometimes, because you know what we have to go through. And I have been busy for days, seem like, but definitely today. And so, and then the camera I have is not that great. So I didn't want to, you know, distract from what we were doing. I wanted us to focus on the information and the education. I am an educator. I'm a teacher. I love doing it. Give me a book, give me the Bible, give me what I am going to teach it. So long story short, those of you that don't know me, or those of you that do know me, you know that I'm a Christian. I'm a native Arkansan. I'm a speaker, a radio talk show host, entrepreneur, author, and a few other hats that I wear. A great auntie and a great friend and sister. As one of 13 children, my parents had little time or knowledge, for that fact, about wealth. So I wanted to talk to you about it. I wanted to help you get to where you need to go. I know some of you are between jobs. Some of you are at jobs you don't really like, or have bosses you don't really like. And, you know, we've been helping a lot of people over the years find their niche, find the place where God really wants them. And like some of you, I was taught to just go to school, get a good education, live right, do right, be right. And if you did all those things, then, you know, you'd be okay. You have a good job and you can make good money. You know, that's what life was all about for my parents and growing up in that era. But as I grew up, I found out that I did all those things. I went to school, I got an education, I got good jobs, but there still seemed to be something missing, because jobs allowed me to grow, and I would always max out in my positions. I would go as far as I could go in those positions and quickly, and get bored. Because, like, what are you going to do? I'm sitting in an office all day and I got other people doing things for me. So I really felt like my creative side was not coming through, but I didn't know how to express it. I really did not know how to express it. And I had no knowledge of universal laws pertaining to how to get wealth. One thing I did know for sure is that God had everything, and I was still a little foggy about whether or not he would give it to me. And so I began my entrepreneur experience at when I was, you know, just a kid. I started my own little businesses on the side. I sold fruit from my grandmother's backyard. I don't know if any of you guys ever did anything like that. I don't know if you ever were, you know, you just knew that there was something bigger and something greater than your address. You wanted something outside of that space and outside of that circle. And what I discovered was that the more I did things, the more people were responding to me. And I had to remember that now. I even remember it now as I was writing and preparing for this webinar. I thought about that. I said, you know, I went in my grandmother's backyard. I sold pears, I sold apples, peaches, pecans, whatever I thought people wanted. I even took up selling old newspapers and almost got away with it, except that my grandmother found out about it. One of her friends called her and told her that I had sold them an old newspaper. And I didn't know that you couldn't resell newspaper. Come on, I was 6 years old, so I didn't know any better. So my grandmother had to put me out of the newspaper business and help me to find other ways to make money. But one thing about my grandmother, she always taught me to save money. And just save it, save it, save it. I wasn't a big spender. I was saving it. I didn't become a big spender till later on in life. But as a child, I just had piggy banks that I want to sell. I want to save and save and save. So I've been blessed to work in several niches as an entrepreneur, adult entrepreneur. So through the years, you know, we evolve, we get education, and we think, okay, lock into a job, get a good paycheck, build your house, get your car. You know, those things we do. So we think that those things are going to satisfy us because those are the things we were taught would help us to be successful. And that's why it's so disappointing when you come to the end of that job and you don't have that fulfillment. You're looking for the next job. Isn't that true? You look for the next job. You look for the next person. You look for the next thing to help you out. And I'm going to teach you guys how to use that side chat so that you can interact with me a little bit more. So it's just at the bottom of it. But because I want you to understand and be engaged in these conversations. So I've been blessed to work in several niches, and God allowed me to travel and go on these massive discoveries. And each of these niches have been like little engines that led me to the next big thing in my life. I grew and it came at the end of it. And some people, as spectators to my life, would think, boy, she can't finish anything. Why don't you? Because society says you go to one job, you stay there for 20, 30, 40 years, and then you retire. That's the world. But that's not the system that the creator has for us. That's not inside of us. That's not our creative skill. It's to be put someplace. And some people are satisfied with that. I think they are. I'm not sure. They look pretty sad when they retire for the most part. Some people are happy because while they were working, they invested money so that they didn't retire. They refired. They learned to live do the next big thing in their lives. So I've made some life-altering discoveries, as I'm sure that you have. I needed a mentor, I needed a coach, I needed a consultant, I needed somebody who knew more about, especially social media and marketing and advertising than I did. I spent a lot of money on other people trying to help me, whether it was in ministry and business, and it still wasn't satisfying because it seems like it was difficult to find somebody that would have your spirit, your heart, and to help you get to where you needed to go. So I looked for these people that I needed. I thought I really needed to help me. And thank God that through time that I was able to interact with people that did begin to impart to me some talents and skills and help me to get stronger in industry. I learned something, guys. I learned that the best teachers are those who do not try to reinvent the wheel. They don't. They see something that's working and they go ahead and embrace it as their own. They learn how to rebrand and repurpose other people's ideas and products and services to increase brand awareness. Who's going to know that you're here at the end of your life, or that you were here, other than your family? What mark can you make in this world that other people can be blessed by, that they can grow by? What is the significance of your life, of your journey? Those are the questions that at some point you've got to stop and ask yourself. If you're not able to ask yourself these hard questions, you'll never get past your yesterdays. You'll never get past your past. My questions to you is right now is, do you need help? Do you? Be honest, be real, be authentic. Do you need help? If you don't, then great. You're wonderful. You're on your way. You're thriving, not striving. You're not struggling. You're restful. You don't need anybody's help. Good for you. But there are those people that I know that have a why in their heart. Why am I here? And a what? What am I supposed to do? And a when. When is it going to happen? And then a how am I going to do it? For those people who have that what, when, how, and when, they want help. They really do. And I don't know what your why is tonight. Some people will say, well, my why to grow is so that I can get a better house. My why is so I can have a better car. My why is so that I can have a better job, or my why is whatever their why may be. I don't know. Some people have different people have different whys, but you have to ask yourself these questions. In your ability to gain access to services and to your health, in your ability to gain access to health, you have to think about your why. Your why is, who's going to benefit by your being successful? Who is it going to help? Some of you may be thinking about your family. I consider the family to be one of life's greatest blessings, because your family is your first community. You learn how to grow and get along with people and how to communicate inside a family. So regardless of what kind of family you have, so some people, their big why is family. And for some, it may be for you. Oh no, Dr. Faye, forget those people. They're rude and disrespectful. I just want to take care of me, myself, and I, the three of us. That's my family. You want to prosper, you want success in your life because you want to do things for yourself. Okay, I'm not mad at you, not going to shoot that down. It's just your why. Who benefits when you prosper? Maybe it's your community. You thinking about what you can do for your community. That new park that you want to build, that new school that you want to help with, that, whatever it is for your community. Maybe that's your why. I don't know, but you have to ask the questions, because the why you'll find out in life is the thing that will keep you moving. When you know you have a hungry baby, it'll keep you going to clean a toilet or scrub a floor if you got a hungry baby. You mamas know about that. If you know you've got a hungry family, a true dad of heart is going to work 2 and 3 jobs to make sure there's food on that table. That's his why for getting up and going to do what he's doing. Who benefits when you prosper? Who benefits when you succeed? Who benefits when you get the help that you really want? Is it your church? Maybe you see that, you know, the whatever, that the roof is leaking, and you want to be the one to repair the roof, and the pastor can't even preach because he's so worried about the finances of the church. He can't get past those struggles in order to bring the word of God. So maybe your why is, I want to help my church. Maybe you're a person given to missions and you want to help people, you want to help children, you want to help the homeless, you want to help feed the hungry, you want to help build schools. Your passion is missions. You want to help a missionary who doesn't have a sponsor right now, who's doing a good work in the third bush country. You guys have heard me talk about the third bush country, those worlds where, you know, we'll never make it on television, but missionaries are out there because they've been led of the Spirit to be there. What is your why? Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever given any meditation to God? Why? What is my why for doing what I feel in my heart I want to do? Most people, sadly, are motivated by money. And while as they're motivated by money, when the money's not there, they lose the motivation. Your why must be so big that it will get you up when everything else looks bleak. Your why must be so big that when it looks like everybody is saying no, you keep moving anyway. Your why is so big that when all the doors seems as though they've been closed, you just keep moving because you got a big why. You got a baby that needs to go to college. You got something that's telling you, I must prosper. I've got to succeed in my life. I got to succeed in what I am doing. It is vital that I move past my roadblocks. It's vital that I don't look at no's as a no. I look at no as those that are getting out of my way so that I can get to my yes. Can the church say amen? Fresh Start webinar is about getting you to the place that you can appreciate the no's and that you see life through different lenses and that you can awaken to the reality that there's something greater on the inside of you than that's in the world, that those obstacles are not really obstacles. They are just opportunities in disguise. And as I stated, I've been out and involved in many different niches in life, and there are some people that have written recommendations, and this is for those people who don't know me personally, and some people have said some nice things about me. And so I'm bringing the people who said nice things about me and bringing those as testimonials of working relationships, because everybody needs somebody to vouch for them. And this is my friend Tom Black, and as you can see that he said he would recommend anyone in this field or those who want to improve the quality of their lives to align themselves with me. And that's really, I mean, I didn't ask him to say those nice things, but he did. And I appreciate them so much. So I just wanted you to see this, and I'm not going to read all of these. John Angleton, a man that I helped and worked with on some projects, and we just became friends. And everybody that I've worked with in business, the majority of the people, I can't really say everyone, but the majority of the people, we've just grown to be really good friends. So that was John Angleton, and just a really, really good human being. And this Jacob Montgomery wrote us a recommendation. Here's one from Bernadette. She wrote us a recommendation. Another good friend of mine, Sharon Whitten, and then William Allen, powerful man of God who's just doing some phenomenal work in his community. Charles Maddock wrote us a recommendation. These go on and on and on and on and on, and we couldn't dare just put all of them here tonight. Dewan has been a mentee of mine, and I work with, and so it's just Jatatha, worked with him and did some consulting work for him. And it's just been a blessing to be able to meet so many people. And this is just on the business side. On the there's a ministry side, there's friendship side and work related side, that people that can kind of vouch for us in this world. And you should be getting recommendations from people, because if you're going to build a business, you have to have people that can vouch for you. That's a good thing. And I know many people will say, well, I'm okay by myself. Well, you know what? You'll find out. In order to be successful, it's going to take other people. So what's in this for you? And I don't know if these slides are really clear to you. I hope that they are. I can see it's okay. If you need to enlarge it, just click it down in the corner. What's in this for you? There is a product that I have, and I wanted to share it with you guys tonight. And it's just going to be for another couple of minutes. But I wanted to share this product with you. And it's called Business Kickoff Package. 1 hour a week for 6 weeks of direct consultation. That's 1 hour per week for 6 weeks of direct consultation for your business. It doesn't matter what business it is. If it's an idea, if it's a dream, it's a book, it's a song, whatever it is, you get 1 hour a week. And we set up a time so that we can do business consultations to get you up and running. I'm a little geeky. I've had some geeky friends around me for the last, I don't know, 15 plus years that have taught me a lot about being online. And I thank God for that. And we've learned over time how to tweak it, how to move it forward. And, you know, we've got products, we've got services that we provide for our clients to help them grow their businesses, and also for church growth and for church ministry to help pastors. We're doing some work for churches right now, helping them to, you know, build out their Facebook page and helping them to get the exposure in the community that they need, because these things are important, so important. So along with that 6 weeks of consultation, there's some bonuses that come along with that. And for some reason, all of it didn't come through on the slides, but there is a business startup business startup software. There is email marketing made easy that you get with that. There is a traffic program that comes with that 6 weeks. Let me just read them here, because for some reason the other slides just did not load properly tonight. But for this, in the 6-week business consultation, it's email marketing made easy, online business management, easy blocking, traffic tips for beginners. These are 4 products that you get. And these are the 4 products I chose purposefully to give you as a bonus for these 6 weeks of, with these 6 weeks of business consultation, because we will be working with these products to help you launch an online business, to help you build out your presence. I want to see you build your website. I want you to see you build a fan page that's not, you know, just, hey, friends. You find out who your friends are on Facebook by whether or not they can take you to the bank, right? So you want to build relationships in social media. You want to put out there your product, your service, your expertise, because regardless of where you are in life, as we wrap this up, where you are in life, do you not know for someone you are an expert? Yes, you are. You may not feel like an expert. You may not think that you're an expert, but for someone, you are an expert. You know what someone else needs to know. So don't, you know, don't discredit yourself or think that you don't, because you really do. Fresh Start Webinars is about you becoming all that you were born to be. And each week, we will help you go from level to level to level. You will have homework, you will grow, you will be on focus, you will know exactly what the next thing is. Don't die with a dream still inside about what I woulda, coulda, shoulda done if I only had, you know. You have an opportunity right now to begin to build that business. I've been working with a mentor. I have mentors around me. I thank God for them. I've been working with a mentor on honing my skills on creating products, because those of you know I love to write. It's difficult for me to write little paragraphs sometimes in social media because I want to write 3 or 4 paragraphs. I want to tell a story, you know, what really happened and how it, you know, I'm a teacher, so it's difficult for teachers to just give snippets. We want to give the story so it can help somebody understand and to grow. Fresh Start webinars, it comes with this 6 weeks of business consultation. It comes with 4 bonuses, and you can get all of that right now. And all you have to do is go over to freshstartwebinars.com and be a part of something that can help you get your business up and going. You should be able to click on the link. It should be showing there on your screen. It should be. And if it's not, you can definitely go over to freshstartwebinars.com and get more information about how to sign up for the business consultation. Again, I've got to teach you guys how to use the chat bots, because right about now, I do want to know if you have any questions, and I'll be glad to answer those questions for you right here on the webinar. If not, you can always go over to Fresh Start Webinars and you can complete, I think there's a sign up form there. Yeah, and you can complete. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But if you guys can contact me and we'll help you walk through the process. I want to thank you for taking your time and jumping on this webinar at the last minute and getting us through these rocky places. We'll work out the kinks, and I'll be in touch with you guys. Again, thank you so much. This is Dr. Faye. Thank you for joining me for Fresh Start Webinars. God bless you and make it a great night.